going on, and we'll get started. All right, perfect. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fausto Pugliese from Cybertrade University. If you have been here for the first time, welcome. If you have come back, thanks for coming back again. And if you're a student of ours, look forward to having you guys here. And obviously supporting CTU, you will know why we're always here. We're here to kind of recruit traders to kind of join our team. We're always looking for new traders. But once again, we don't know if you're really qualified, to do it until you get through today. Because remember, trading is not for everyone, and this is why we're here. Now, listen, it's about time. It's over with the election. This is the post-election market. You saw what happened yesterday. We had a huge rally due to it. If you're a Trump fan, if you're not a Trump fan, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But I can tell you one thing. We are the same party, and the party of trading. And because it's not about just elections, it's about you got interest rates that are coming out, you got earnings, you got COVID, you had financial. There's always something that's going to make the market move. If it's a hurricane, whatever it may be, but you got to know how to trade the market. Now we're going to talk about the Fed rate. That's right. That's coming out this week, today and tomorrow. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening. So there's always a new adventure as a trader. Now, if you're not trading yet, you're obviously going to see why. And if you are trading and you're not seeing the progress and the success that you have, well, I'm going to show you what some of the biggest mistakes that people make in trading. Now, before we get started too, also, it's a quick little disclaimer, just kind of let everybody know this is only for educational purposes. I'm not making you to make a career in this. I can't make no guarantees and promises. It does vary from student to student, the success rate, but there is a very high risk in trading. So please be very smart before you go out there and trade today's markets. Now, regarding about some of the things we're going to talk about, we'll talk a little bit about the president election. We'll show you what happened with certain stocks benefit from it, some of them that didn't. We'll find some stocks that are moving in those sectors. But the key we're going to cover is not about just the what happened with the rally we had, but why did they move up? And how could we have known and be prepared? Because there are some trades I'm going to show you in the next few moments that we're in right now, and we're going to see why they're going up and why they're going down, because that's what trading is all about. Now, let's just go to the live markets really quick and see what's happening right here. So I'm just going to bring up my execution system. Now, I got 3 positions that are opened right now. All right. I have Amazon that's open. I got SMCI, and I have PLTR. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit later about them a little bit more. But a couple of things I do want to cover. What was probably the biggest, most popular stock that was affected due to the market? Let's see how good everyone can answer this question. What is the most popular stock that obviously had a lot to do with what was happening in the election? What stock? Does anybody know? Tesla's one. Okay, Gillis. What else? The big one, NVIDIA. Okay, the big one is probably who's the new president? Donald J. Trump. The symbols are DJT. Okay, now let me bring up this stock because I want to show you some very important things about it. Here's the long-term chart on the stock. Okay, so as of October, stock started to move around 15, ran to a whopping $55, came back down to 30, and went right back to 46, and it went down, and now we're down to 28. Why would the stock go down after the person that owns this company just got elected president? Does anybody know the answer? Why did this stock go down? Sellers, a lot have to do with it. Jan, by the way, you have it to panelists. You just can click to everyone. Gillis is taking profits. Sellers, okay. Buy on news, buy on rumor, sell on news. All right. That's basically what it is. So there was a good rally in the market. We all know about it. Now the news is out. Is the company really worth $50, $60? Well, obviously that was not the case. But with the hype and everything that went along with it, the stock did exactly that. Now, the next biggest thing you got to look at is what drove the stock up and down. You just mentioned supply and demand. Now, who here has, let me do a poll. I'm going to do a quick poll right here. close. Okay, here, right here. Who here has level 3, aka NASDAQ Book Viewer? Just give me a yes or no. By the way, if you're a student, do not answer this question, okay? If you're a student, don't answer. We just want to know what the new people here are coming up with. Okay, now let me just show you something really quick right here. We are looking at something called level 4. All right. And when I zoom out here, what you're witnessing is something called the right of the chart. Now, what in the hell is the right? We always look at the left, right? The left of the chart is what happened in the past. We are looking at the future orders out there. You are seeing every institution, every algorithm, every high frequency trade, every big block order, every brokerage firm. You're looking at every order in the entire world of where the stock is trading, okay? And if you notice, you got over here on the right, hold on, let me get my little pointer so you guys can follow along. So right here on the right, I'll even draw it for you. How about that? Make it a little bit easier. This is called current order book right here. That tells you every single order that is out there in the future from 36 down to 28. If you go all the way down here, you'll notice that we have a big order right here around 168,000 shares, okay? And you can see how the stock started around 32, came all the way back down, and it's been hovering here since around 10:30 to 11. It hasn't really broke this order, okay? But what drives stocks up and down, everyone? What makes them go higher and lower? Let me end the poll. Let me share it with everyone so you guys can see how you guys answer this question. By the way, Noor, I'll be getting to that soon, okay? Buyers and sellers. Listen to the students that are in here that are talking to all of you that are new here. Buyers and sellers. Think about this for a second. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you have made by knowing where the buyers and sellers are, right? How awesome would that be? Just to know where those buyers and sellers are located. Well, now you could see it. Not only you're seeing it on this stock, but let's go check Amazon. Let me clear this out. There we go. Okay. Look at all the orders out here. Look at these red lines. Big, big sellers right here from 215 to 212. 120,000. 33,000. How about NVIDIA? Okay. Look at these orders out here. Stock started this morning at 147. Look at this 149 seller for 400,000. But where's the big one? 150 for 2.7 million shares. Now you think about it here. How many of you here hear about NVIDIA? Okay, great. Well, guess what? Why is the stock hitting 149 and now it's down to 147? Okay. It's all about following the money. And that's why we're here, fellow traders. Okay. We're here to learn exactly what they do and how they do that. Now, before I go out and explain all this stuff to you in great detail, let me just introduce myself one more time. Okay. I'm the founder of Cybertrade University. Okay. I've been doing this for over 30 wonderful years. I'm a 12-time champion at the Traders Challenges. I beat every school in the industry. I'm also the author of a book, #1 bestseller, called How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. Now, if anyone here wants a copy of my book, I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay. Just go to FaustoP@CTUcorp.com. Just send me an email. Oh, sorry. Fausto@CTUcorp.com. All right. Just send me an email right now. I'll be happy to get my book. I actually just got my check today from Wiley yesterday. Just cashed it in, made a lot of money on selling my book on Amazon. You could do that if you want to pay me for it. You know what? As a gift, you'd be here. I'm going to give it to you for free. But listen, the thing is this. I've been doing this for 30 years. I have several instructors that work for me. I have a huge staff at Cybertrade University. And I'm going to tell you why, that this is just not the Fausto show. Okay. The way I learned how to become a good trader is because I live here in New York. This is the financial capital of the world. Okay. I'm surrounded by some of the biggest, most powerful, richest traders in the industry. I worked for them, and you really have no shot of beating them, but you do have a shot joining them. And that's what the key is. Right there, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. I was one of those kids. That article, I know that person, that day trader out there, Serge, just to let you know, we were no different what we trade today than we traded, 30 years ago. Now, over the years, like I said, I surround myself with the greatest traders in the industry. I've learned from them. Great traders never stop learning. I'm also featured on some of the biggest financial stations, and also do a lot of presentations for NASDAQ, because the exchanges know that if you knew how to trade the market, you got a very, very good fighting chance of being very successful in trading. A lot of you here are trading backwards. And you might not like to hear the facts, but I'm telling you the truth. Everyone here is too hooked up with stuff like this, okay? And let me show you. Do I have it here? No. Everybody is hooked up and wants to see this. Could you bring up a moving average? Okay. Could I look at a stochastic? Okay. Could I look at a Bollinger Band? Okay. Anything you want? Oh, you know what? I heard a MACD really, really is good to use when it comes to trading. Okay. All right. If you could tell me this is better than the chart on the bottom, then you're trading blind. You know what the problem with the indicators are? Who here uses indicators? Who here uses indicators here? Just give me a yes or no. Nor you do. Gillis, you do. Lynn, you do. Okay. What's the problem with indicators? If you're such a great trader with indicators, what's the big problem they don't tell you? Exactly. They're lagging. Now, do you want to be a lagger, or do you want to be a leader? Do you want to follow the GPS, or you want to keep your eyes on the road? Do you want to do your statistics and be last online, but know you're still running the right pace? Or would you want to win the game? It's all about following the right of the chart and not the left of the chart. And that's what we're here to learn. So this is why I love what I do. This is why I do a lot of presentations. By the way, I'm going to be at NASDAQ tonight too for a big event. But everyone here, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, my Instagram, TikTok, I have some great videos. Thanks a lot, Rich, for sharing that. One of our instructors just posted a link. Everyone, click on that link right there. Just take a moment and just look at and go to our page. And just to show you how long I've been around, I have over 3,500 videos posted on YouTube. Okay. And one thing that's great, I got some great shorts up here, and you could see some of the shorts. You could see some of the testimonials. You could see some of the stocks that we traded, maybe some of your favorites. There's just so many great videos between longs and shorts, popular videos, everything else. But go out there and take the time and watch them. Learn, what how to trade. And I'm telling you, I can almost guarantee this, you're going to realize you've been trading backwards. Now, I'm married for over 28 years. I got 3 wonderful sons. I think one of the great things about being a trader, I have the convenience and the time to spend with them. But the thing here is I'm first generation Italian. My parents always taught me, they says, Fausto, you want to be good at something, you learn from people that are very good at it. That's the key about being a good trader. You can't learn from people that are bad at it. And I guess that's why you're here. Okay. But listen, this is not about me. Okay. This is really about you. I'm just trying to tell you a little bit about who I am. So all of you guys here could kind of understand that I'm just a human being that started just like you. But one thing I hate about trading and being here is seeing people lose money. Listen, you're going to lose in trading, and that's okay. You could get into an accident. It's not going to stop you from driving. You're going to get yelled at your boss. You're not going to get fired. Okay. You learn from that. Okay. If you can't learn from that, then obviously you got to move on, and it's not for you. But I believe it is good for everyone. It's just you have to always ask yourself a question. Who really trained you? That's the big thing you have to ask you. Are you self-taught? Did you take did you learn from somebody bad? Whatever it is, that's where it comes down to it. And by the way you learn from people is number one, you got to obviously do your homework, do your research. You want to see their credibility. You got to see all that. But it takes time to learn how to play the game. But I can almost promise you this. It's a great job and people love it. Now, we have a bunch of stocks that moved due to Trump winning, no matter if you're a Trump fan or not a Trump fan. At the end of the day, there's some things that obviously benefit from it. First of all, DJT, the stock that he owns, did really well. But I just showed you, buy on rumor, sell on news. A lot of stocks that got affected by it, bank stocks, energy stocks, defensive stocks, crypto stocks, manufacturing. All these companies did great when it came to, due to the election. Tesla did phenomenal, and it's still doing great, okay? PLTR did phenomenal, okay? You probably don't know that, but stock is doing great. Coinbase, Hood, all the crypto stocks are doing great. Even the ETFs, GEO, all did really good. But what about Harris's stocks? Can those be shorted? Chip stocks, I don't know, they did pretty well. Healthcare stocks, they did very well. Energy stocks did pretty well. But there are stocks like Run that did not do well. There are stocks like Plug that did not do well. Okay. So the worst stocks that, listen, you knew what you were getting versus one industry, policy versus the other. But you got to remember, you're here because to make money. You're here, and most importantly, it's not about making it too. It's also about controlling it, because I don't think anybody here would have wanted to have been short the night before. Now, in every day, it's always a new opportunity. It's always a new day here at Cybertrain University. There's always new stocks that are making big moves, okay? Now, what I want to kind of show you is this. Okay, now it's over. You got stocks that are basically panning out right now. What's the next biggest thing? Well, guess what? There's always a new thing. And it starts off where we find them. Finding them is not really a problem. Finding them is actually quite easy. We just work off our big percentage gainers list. By the way, who here has a big percentage gainers and losers list on their trading platform? It should be the first thing that's on your window. I can't tell you how many people, when we do coaching classes with them and we look at their execution system, people don't have it. Jan, you have it. Gillis, you have it. But a lot of you are students. I'm glad you guys have it. You have it on Benzinga Pro? Yeah, absolutely. You have it there too. But the thing is, it's not only that, but it's also seeing it on the clock. I actually designed this clock. It tells you when's the best time to trade and the worst times to trade. Very important. Also, there are good days and bad days to trade. Midweek, ass week. So just let you know, it's not always about just finding them and when to trade. There's always an adventure of where we'll always find something, no matter where you are in this world. You just got to know when the best times and the worst times. Now, what I want to talk about, what we always kind of stress in these events, is following the money. Following the money is very key. Okay. If you think you're smarter than Wall Street, I got news for you. You're going to lose. Okay. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm a little brash, but I look at you as my children. The trading is a 80 to 90% failure rate. 80 to 90%. If you don't believe me, do a search on it. Why would you get into a business with such a big failure rate? Why would you go to the casinos when you know that majority of people go to casino lose? But did you know that people make a career and are very successful going into casinos? What are they doing that you're doing wrong? Well, I'll tell you why. They know which game to play. Okay? They know the odds. They know what they have better odds to do than others. You understand? Ever heard somebody tell you about counting cards? Right? Could you imagine you able to count cards? It's not that hard. All right? But some of us, we can't do it. And that's okay. Some people are really good poker players. And that's okay. So people do make a career on it. So you're sitting here wondering, well, how do you make a career in trade when it's a big failure rate? The reason it is because you're not playing the game properly. So I want to focus specifically and strictly on the two best features that almost 95% of the people in this industry don't have. It's called level 3 and level 4. Now, have any of you here watched my videos on NASDAQ at the exchange? Me talking and doing presentations out of curiosity. Anybody here has done that? I got a couple of videos here. I think I could post some of them up here. Yeah, here's like all the videos. You can see them right here. These are all my videos at NASDAQ. I've done so many presentations there. Here's one right here. There's tons of them out there. And I did a couple of big long videos too. Good. A lot of you have? Okay, great. So definitely go out there and watch it. But let me explain to you how it works. All right. So let me get my crayons out here. Now, this might look confusing right now, but believe me, what you're seeing, you have a seat on the exchange. Basically, that's what it is. Let me explain something to you. If you had an opportunity to have a seat on a New York Stock Exchange that we had to pay millions of dollars for, and now it costs you like pennies on the dollar, would you not want that data? Right? So like, let me explain to you what that data is. You're seeing every buyer in Tesla and every seller on Tesla, every single one. You're seeing every order, every share, and every price. You're seeing who wants to pay the most for it, and you're seeing who wants to pay the least for it. You're seeing who's selling it for the least and who wants to sell it for the most. You're seeing everything, fellow traders. Do you really think your 100 shares is going to make an impact on Tesla? Do you think 1,000 shares is going to make an impact on Tesla? But there are people out there that are trading thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Don't you think that they have more of a risk than you do? So why not watch them? That's why we're here. And that's why we're going to change the way you view, the market. So how do we utilize this data? Let's look at this stock CMG, okay, Chipotle. You could see right here in the morning, the stock started right here, and then it went all the way down to a price right around here, around 50. Then it went up a little bit, and then it came back down, and it stopped all the way down to a price around 48, around 10 o'clock. I don't know why 10. I don't know why 9:30. I don't know why 10. It's irrelevant, but it took about 30 minutes until it finally found its support levels, and then went right back up to 52. Now, why did it stop at 48? Why didn't it stop at 50? Why didn't it go down to 45? Why 48? Well, if you look at the exchange and you looked at what's going on actually at the floor of the stock market, you'll notice that there was this big buyer right here, which is up here, and there was 60 orders that made up 134,000 shares at 48. Now, is that a lot? Well, when you got people just showing 1,000, 500, 1,000, 139,000 at that specific number, and you can see where you have 8 orders made up about 60 orders, I would say that's definitely a big demand at that price. Once again, how do you get support levels? By buyers. And you know what? Everybody does the opposite. Everyone's always looking for support and resistance levels. But let me be clear. You can never have a support level unless those buyers are out there. And that's a mistake that everyone looks at on the left of the chart, which is why most people are not looking at the right of the chart. Not because you don't want to. It's just because you probably never knew it even existed. Let's look at this one right here. Starbucks. Stock goes from $87 and hits a resistance levels of 95 and then comes back down to 92. Why did it stop at 95? Oh, it's a psychological number. Oh, news must have came out. And then it has nothing to do with it. Oh, it was the election. It all has one thing and one thing to do about it. when you look at the sellers and you look at the sell column and you work your way down, you'll notice that there are 556 orders. 221,000 shares are sitting there at 95. Okay? What more do you need to kind of be convinced that like think about it. Do you want to be long a stock when someone's trying to sell several $1 million there? And it's not one person, it's over 500 people. That's a mistake that people make. They don't see where the orders are. And if you didn't know he was out there and you didn't get out, now you're running a stock and you just lost yourself $3. Why? Because, someone told you it was going to 100. It could, but you got to get through that first. Now, let's look at a couple more. Let's go over some more examples. Okay, Celsius. Stock is tanked after earnings come out. Okay, so stock goes from 29 to 27. Now, can everyone here tell me, where is this stock going to go? In other words, how much lower is this going to go? Is it going to go to zero? Well, where is it going to stop? What do we need? How do you analyze this stock? Because, by the way, they'll trade exactly the same. Lynn, correct. You're right. Nora, we're going to get to that stock. You need buyers. It's almost like common sense. Listen to yourself. Do you see buyers on a chart? Do you see buyers here? Buyers don't exist at the left. They exist on the right, but you can't see the right. But we're going to check the right out. And the right is what's on the book. What's on the floor. And on the floor, you got basically 220,000 shares looking to be bought at $27.80. We're at 29. $27.80 is the next biggest buy. That's almost like $1.20 away. So let me explain something to you. You can sell now or wait till we get down to $27.80, because like it or not, hope all you want. You got $6 million sitting there. And if you didn't prepare and get ready for it, boom, hit that support. It went there with you, without you. Or maybe you were interested in buying it. Be patient. Be patient. Let the stock come to you. And then having it come to you, you could see I ran from $27.80 up to $29.80, like that. You ever feel sometimes you're selling your winners too soon and you're holding your losers too long? Well, and then wondering that maybe somebody's watching you. I always feel like every time I sell a stock, you're like, damn, like every time finally I get out, it goes up. Or how about when you buy it, it's like, damn, why is that when I buy it always goes down? And you feel like someone's watching you. Listen, nobody's watching you. You are just not watching them. Let's look at PLTR. PLTR had a big run-up, okay? A lot of great news. You know, the vice president, the new vice president, DJ Vance, one of the biggest funders, also owns this company. Obviously, now that the news is out that he's president, stock did really well. So it's another DGT stock. But the thing is this. Stock's going down. You know, profit taking. You know, maybe you want to get the opportunity to buy because you missed that big rally. That's great. Guess what? You got a 400,000 share buyer at 53. What do you think is going to happen when we get to 53? What do you think is possibly happen? Well, I don't know about you, but do I trust a 1,000 share buyer or the 400,000 share buyer? And guess what happened? Hit 53. It ran right back up to the end of the day, all the way to 56. $3 move. You know what? Let me bring my calculator here. $3 times, how many shares would you buy? how many shares would you buy at a $50 stock? Let's say you want to put $10,000 into this idea, right? 10,000 is 200 shares, right? So let's clear that. Let me clear this out. So you bought 200 shares, but we put $10,000 into this idea. 10,000 times, oops. So 200 shares times $3, you made $6. You made $600. $600 times 5 days a week times 52 weeks comes out to be $150,000 a year. Anybody want that job? Who wants that job? Did you ever think about it? Like, wow, I mean, yeah, sounds like a plan. But how many of you doing it right now? You damn right Lynn would love this job. That's why we're here. Now, how about resistance levels? Stocks going up. Let's look at Hood. You know, another industry that did really well on the elections, Bitcoin. Okay, because you know probably on if you've been watching the elections, you might not like what you hear, you might love what you hear, but I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin. Okay, I never was. I still, you know, I understand the concept, but I believe in the American dollar. That's a personal feeling, but I'm not going to go out there and short the damn thing. You know what I mean? The trend is your friend. I'm a trader. There's a, you know, whatever you look at, if you take things personal, you know what I tell somebody? All right, go ahead, short it. If you really, really feel that bad about it and don't like it, short the damn thing. Yeah, how did that work out for everyone? But the big thing about trading is that it's not just the industries. Every stock has support and resistance levels by looking at the right of the chart. And you got to have a game plan. And you're always looking to take profits. And if you look right here, if you did well, you know, with the news and you got into Hood because they own, I think they're in the top 10 most, they're in the top 10 holding the most Bitcoin than anyone in the industry. So people are like, well, what does Hood do? I mean, it's Robinhood. It's a brokerage firm. And they basically bought a lot of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, they do well. It affects the bottom line. And sure enough, can't say, oh, yeah, Bitcoin's going to 100,000. That's great. It might. But you know what? We got to get past this 190,000 share seller out there. And, you know, is 5 million a lot? Well, I don't know. When everyone else is showing 1,000, 4,000, it is a lot. And you know what? You look at the stock and you're seeing, oh my God, why is it stopping here? It had a good run this morning, 27 to 29 to 30. And all of a sudden, it's like it's not going past 30. The reason why it's not going past 30 because that seller didn't get out yet. Show you another example. Peloton. They partner with Costco. Okay. Is that great news? I don't know. I mean, I love Costco. I probably 90% of my food shopping is at Costco. Okay. But the thing is this. So Peloton's obviously going to benefit probably from Fausto or some of you. But the thing is this, I had a good run. Where's the resistance? Well, look at all the sellers out there. 9,000, 4,000, 700, 12,000, 10,000. 400,000 is sitting at $8. I don't care how much you love Peloton. I don't care how much you love Costco. I don't care, you know, knowing that Peloton was at $100 stock and it got destroyed. And you know what? Could it go there? Absolutely. Anything could, but we got to get past this 400,000. And you know what? I'm not going to be one holding the bag, waiting for this stock to get past this price. It's just not going to do it. Now, let's go see some of the live markets. All right. Because I want to show you one more. So, but before I do that, who here would like to get Book Viewer? Who would like to get a copy of this? All right. Now, just send me an email at Fausto CTU Corp, and I'm going to send you 2 videos. And the video is going to show you how to get it, right? How to get it and how to install it, because the exchanges, nobody in NASDAQ to pick up the phone, okay? They go by email. They're not going to waste their time, all right? But unless you tell them, you was sent over from Cyber Trade University. But the thing is this. So yeah, send me an email and I'll send it to you, all right? There you go. Now, let me explain something to you right now, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of you want to succeed in trading, okay? You see the winners, you've done your research and everything else, and it might not be working for you. But let me just say this. I was you 30 years ago, okay? And there was an issue why a lot of people did not succeed in trading. And I'll tell you point blank why. They try to do it on their own. I try to do it on my own. I failed twice. I blew up 2 accounts. And I didn't listen to my father. I was an ignorant kid, okay? A 22-year-old ignorant kid. And listen, we're all adults here. We know little kids make mistakes. You know that as a parent, you're sitting out there and you're always, always trying to, teach them. Sometimes they don't like what you say, but you do the best that you can. So I look at you as my children, okay? So let me explain something to you. The number one reason why people fail today is they all want free shit, okay? And I'm warning you right now, if you're here and thinking you're going to trade the market and somehow and said, how do I get it for free? I'm going to do you a favor. Close your brokerage account. Go hire a stockbroker, just give it a mutual fund. Go do what you did best, how you got that money in the first place. Go work, go back to work. There's no such thing of free stuff. And let me explain something to you here. NASDAQ book viewer. When I started 30 years ago, it cost me $1,000 a month. Now, I don't think anyone here is going to jump on $1,000. I did 30 years ago after finding out what I was taught, what you're seeing right now. But it doesn't cost $1,000. It doesn't even cost $100. It costs $15. $15 I see on the exchange. Let me ask you a dumb question, everybody. Anybody have a problem paying dishing out $15 to see where 50% of the buyers and sellers are in the stock that you're in right now? Because if you do, just quit trading right now and just log out. Because I'm wasting your time and you're wasting our time here at Cyber Trade University. But if you think $15 to get this data is a good deal, then I should be getting banged out right now with a ton of people here that want to say, Fausto, I like to see where that 400,000 share seller is on that stock because I own it. And I want to know where Goldman Sachs is. I want to know where BlackRock is. I want to know where the AI people are. Okay. Ken, I just got your registration. Thank you very much. Mar, I got yours. Chris, I got yours. Ken, I got yours. Because you're not going to make money getting free stuff. By the way, do you work for free? Does anyone here work for free other than I work for free? May do charity for my, I do charity work all the time, but I know I'm doing it for free. Okay. But when you owe you money on your taxes, you think they say, oh, I can't pay this month because I'm working for free. They don't want to hear that. So let me just warn everyone here. You want to be successful in trading, got to have the right tools. Let me hop on to level 4, which I showed you earlier. Okay. Now, can anyone here give me a stock? Any stock you want me to watch? I'm going to bring up a stock right here. Let me change this really quick. Get out of this. PLTR, AIP. We can check out PLTR. Do I have it up here? Well, I own it. So, and I'm losing money on it. But I didn't get out of it because I want to show you what's going on. AIP, what is that? I wouldn't trade AIP. AIP, I would not trade. You could stock trade at 58,000 shares. Okay, got no volatility, means you're not going to get any orders out there. If no one's trading it, it's not going to go anywhere. It's got big. I could tell you this, just chart wise, You're at a big major resistance levels right here. And this is why the stock has not gone anywhere. But just out of curiosity, now you bring it up, I want to show you what I'm talking about because I might think I see something here that you might not see. Okay, yeah. So here's what I see here. You got a 260,000 share seller at $10. You got another big seller for 17,000 at 950. Okay, that's what you got going on right there. Big red line, 250,000 shares. So here's $10. You could see so every time it got close to $10, it came back down. So Nori, my question to you is this: did you know that? Did you know that you did pretty well? A lot of support levels here at 680. And right now you're at a resistance levels. You're close to it. Not only on the chart, but on, you're about $1.50 away. Now do you have a game plan? That's what trading is about. Let's get to the PLTR. Okay. So PLTR, you could see here, big run up, big move on the stock right here. Intraday, you could see that we had big resistance levels here. And when the stock came all the way down, when it opened up, came all the way down to a price right around 53, and it hit this right around 53 and started to go back up. Okay. Now, why did it stop at that number? Why didn't it go lower? Well, I'll tell you why. Hold on. Let me show you the orders. It's going to take me a little time. A lot of data coming across here. All right. So when I go here, you could see that there's a 220,000 share buyer at 50. You got 47,000 buyer at 53.50. So you could see that there was a big buyer here that got executed, but it kept showing up right around 54, 53 and a half. See, there was no orders out here. Now the orders are showing up. And why it stopped here at 55? Because you got a 61,000 share seller. How does a stock break a resistance, fellow traders? How do we get past 55? Buyers. Someone's got to buy it from them. Exactly. Stocks break support resistance levels all the time. Unless somebody executes that seller, it's not going higher. So that's basically what we're looking at. Hopping over here in NVIDIA. You want to know what the resistance levels in NVIDIA are? Right here. Big run up here. We had a big seller right here at 48. You see a big green ball. It means that the order got filled. And then the next biggest seller was out there at 49 for 466,000. Didn't want to break it. And if it did break it, you got a 2.4 million share seller at $1.50. Now, did you know that you're coming up to a quarter? By the way, how much money is that? How much money is that? 150 times 2.4 million shares, $360 million of stock is looking to be sold right there. You tell them you want to go up against a $360 million, unless you got it that much, pocket change laying around and taking that guy out, you definitely could run. The stock will definitely go higher, but I don't think anybody here has got that chump change around there. All right. So that's basically how we read the right of the chart. And what I want to do now is I would like to show you some more examples, but we're out of time. Okay. But I want to continue and offer you an invitation to come see more. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do it. Ring the bell, hit the follow button, and get those alerts. We're live every morning and every afternoon. But I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to invite all of you guys to come and watch us live in the trading market. So, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I'm on everything. Okay. Not only that, but we're probably one of the only schools that are endorsed and sponsored by more brokerage firms and exchanges than anyone in the industry. And let me tell you something. If they did their homework, they did it for you. If it's good for them, it's definitely good for you. We have a reputation, and our reputation is we got a 5-star rating on Google, which is unheard of. Okay. And I don't think, and read the comments. Read the comments out there, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Not only that, but on ChatGTP, we were ranked #1 school, day trading school in the industry. Everyone knows ChatGTP. Anybody uses it? Look it up. But listen, it's not about just the reputation that we have that we're so proud of, doing it for 30 years. It's about teaching you to be part of our team, because we're always looking to train new traders, because when we're done with you, eventually you're going to go on your own. You're going to teach other people. So we're always looking to recruit traders. And that's what it's all about. So the thing is this. I want to invite all of you guys to a 1-week access to my professional trading room. And all you need to do right now is click on that link at ctu.co/trial, or take your phone, turn on the camera, and scan that QR code. It's all you need to do right now. Okay. Now, this is what you're going to get, fellow traders. For $9 stinking, you're going to get 1-week access to all our live and afternoon auto commentary. You're going to get full access to our chat board. Okay. You're going to get full access to our live trading room, which is right here. This is our live trading room. Right here. And you're going to meet all the traders, Alex, Bill, Chuck. Yeah, look at all the traders in there. Right now, it's the middle of the day. A lot of them are gone. 186 traders are in there. All these traders. You're going to get we're going to give you watch lists. We're going to show you how we find them. You're going to see everyone. And not only that, but we have exclusive events with some of the top traders in the industry. Okay? We do events all the time for $9. That's it. And we're not going to charge you a single penny after a week unless you want to continue. But what I'm looking for is, like I said earlier, if you're looking for free stuff, you're at the wrong place. You're actually in the wrong industry. Okay. But if you don't want to pay a lot of money for something and you want to sample it, well, this is the way how we kind of weed out the freebies and the ones who are going to take it seriously. Because if you can't afford $9, you really can't afford to trade. Now, here's a couple of questions that came across that I want to share. Some people always asking me, with a couple of questions. And by the way, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in there. But these are some of the most popular questions. People ask me, I never heard of level 4 before. Why am I starting to hear about it now? I took a class with this person, never brought it up, but this makes so much sense. I'll tell you why you didn't hear anything about it. Because they never worked on Wall Street like I did. They were never a market maker. They never worked in a trading firm. Listen, you can't be following from gym teachers. Nothing against them. I love my gym teacher. He's actually my son's coach now after 40 years. But, and he definitely knows how to speak very well, and he definitely knows how to articulate. But unless you were in the trenches, you probably wouldn't know about it. Do you need to open up a bit? How much big of an account do you need to trade? $9. That's it. Don't worry about the day trading rule. Don't worry about this rule. $9. Forget about the brokerage account right now. You don't need a brokerage account to get started. What you need to know, because it's a pain in the ass to get one started, all you need right now is to see whatever, if trading is for you, if this is your style, if this is what you could do. Listen, I know why you're all here. Somewhere, somehow, someone told you to come here, okay? And now you're starting to see the facts of what trading is. And the facts is you want to see it live. But to see it live, you got to know how to play the game. So don't worry about everything else, brokerage accounts, how much balance I need, anything else. What we want you to do is come into the trading room. We want to show you how it works. And you could see what it's like to be on the floor of an actual exchange. You want to see the camaraderie. You want to see the watch lists. You want to see how we find them. You want to see how we take those losses. We practice what we preach, because a lot of people ask me, hey, could I see what's going on? And, could we see your reports? Yeah, absolutely. Pay $9 and come into my trading room. It's the only way we kind of filter out people that are serious and people are not. And honestly, I don't think if you put any money in the game, you're not going to take it seriously anyway. All right. You don't need any special tools, special software. Do you need any of that? It's all browser based. So don't worry about that. Okay. Now I'm going to jump into the chat. We got a couple of people that brought some in here. Lynn and Randy just coming out there telling everyone, to those that are new, we are not, we were in your shoes a couple of months ago. CTU and Fausto were a huge find for us, game changer. Thanks, Lynn and Randy. Always appreciate you guys always being here and supporting CTU, because Lynn and Randy, a husband and wife, they've been through programs before. They were very skeptical. They made a big investment. They thought we're going to be like everyone else. But when they got into the room, now they're one of our favorite and best cheerleaders. And because we changed their lives, it worked out great. Frenzy, is level 4 provided by CTU only, or is it offered through NASDAQ? No, we're not a software provider. We're not into that business. Okay. We are going to send you directly to the exchange. Now, some brokerage firms offer that tool. Thinkorswim, TradeStation, Schwab. I mean, they offer it, but we're going to send you right to the floor of the market itself. You could buy it. Before, you had to be licensed. Before, you had to work for a brokerage firm. Before, you had to come to New York and go there. You don't need to do that anymore. You do not need to do that. We're going to send you right there. But before you do that, pay the $9, okay? And let us show you how it works first. All right? Tim, been in other programs myself with Fausto, and his crew are the nicest and have been with. Tim, thank you so much for sharing that. I think a lot of people need to hear that, because one thing that we do differently here is that we actually talk to you on the phone. Okay. You get a phone number here. You get to reach us. Some people are like, oh, just buy my program and here's my videos. And thank you very much. If you can't figure it out, have a good day. Listen, we don't play that game. We have, I take customer service very seriously. My staff takes it very seriously. Okay. This is not a one-man operation. This ain't the Fausto show. You got Rich, you got Josh, you got John, you got Greg, you got Alex, you got Debbie. You got a ton of us here. Okay. We all care, want to make you successful. But before you can get successful, you got to make sure it's for you. And by the way, yes, it's a money back guarantee. I don't need your $9. Okay. The $9 just tells me if you're a real person or not. All right. Tim says, I physically talked to Fausto 3 times already and can vouch for it. See what I'm saying? Thanks very much, Tim. And by the way, anyone here have ever taken classes before? Did you ever talk to the owner? You ever talk to the owner? I mean, did you ever like, every time I ask somebody that question, they always like fumble. They're like, if you have to think about it, that means you didn't. Okay. You make a big investment. I mean, let's think about this for a second. Who here had surgery? Anybody have surgery before? We're older, right? Maybe some of us had to fight, even though somebody had to fight cancer or something like that. What do you think they do? You think you're cattle? Oh, yeah, just go right here. The nurse told you go here and just wait here and you're going to get your surgery. No, you talk to the doctor. You want to feel comfortable. You want to ask questions, right? Even though you might not be paying for it, you have insurance. I don't care how free it is. You're still paying for it. Someone's paying for it. But it's not even paying for it. You want to make sure you're putting your life on the line here. Well, is this any different? How many of you here lost money in trading? And I wish I never lost that money. I wouldn't be in this position I am. The reason why you're in that position is because, number one, who trained you? And number two, did they work with you? And if you did talk to them, you probably would have never been involved in the first place if you did your homework. That's what it's all about. All right, traders, a couple of people, just quick little shout outs really quick. Who do I got registered right now? Reed Johnson from Oregon, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Look forward to talking to you. Fraz from Ontario, Canada. Welcome aboard, Richmond Hill. By the way, I would say we got about 20% of our students all in Canada. I go to Canada all the time. I just came back from Toronto. Everybody, loves the trading, and like I said, you'll do great here. You'll meet a lot of great people from Canada. Anyone else? Who else I got here registered? Let's work my way down the list here. Chew, I don't know. Mike, I didn't get you. Mike, you sent me an email. You want the book viewer, but you didn't register for the $9. Come on, Mike. Who else we got here? Tarika, got you. I got your email about the book viewer. Pay the $9. Listen, I'll send it to you the video, but take a shot with the $9. Be there for a week in the trading room. Because the thing is this, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you a 2 5-minute videos, but that's not going to teach you and get you prepared to say, oh, now I know the secret of Fausto's secret sauce. You know what I mean? Okay, you got my secret sauce. Yeah, here's my nice jar of barbecue sauce. Still got to show you how to cook it, right? It's like it never tastes the same when I'm at the restaurant. I don't understand. I went there, I bought that seasoning, but it never tastes the same. By the way, when you guys register, just to leave you off with a couple of things. So very, very, very important. Please fill out the questionnaire. We ask 5 very important questions, okay? Send them. Let us know who your brokerage firm. Let us know who trained you. Let us know if you're, how you doing. And then you're going to get another page that you're going to make an appointment. Everyone here is going to talk to my staff. Please talk to them. They're going to book it. They want to do a walkthrough with you, show you what to expect, because you don't want to just show up and like, okay, well, what am I looking at? Okay, I don't understand what time I'm supposed to be there. I didn't hear this and that. Do you walk through and book it as soon as possible? Another question I came up here, people said, could I start like, when's a good time? Can I start next week? Absolutely. Just book everything now. It's fresh in your mind, pay the $9. And if you want to start when you get back from vacation or back from surgery or whatever, we're not going anywhere. But you know what? It's fresh in your mind now. Just get out of the way. We're not telling you to come up with $900 or $9,000. It's $9 freaking dollars. Okay. And it's only money back guaranteed. Like I told you, it's only here to tell us that if you really, it's only to let us know if you're a real person or not. A couple other people here. JC, I got your registration from Toronto. Did I meet you, JC, in Toronto for the money show? I don't know if I met you there. Just let me know. Who else I got here? Susie from Chicago got your registration. Lance got your registration from Los Angeles, California. Welcome aboard. Who else is this? Makina just got your registration from Florida. A couple of questions coming across here. Margaret, you could join and choose a time suits you. Yes, Margaret. Thanks for telling everyone that. Appreciate it. Time is bad. I'm traveling starting tomorrow. Steve, that's great. So travel. Enjoy yourself. Stock market's not going out of business, but I can tell you this. If you don't register now, you're going to be like, oh, I'll register when I get back. Just buy it now. Get into the loop. Get our alerts. Get our telegrams, all that. Let's just get the ball rolling. And then when you're ready to get live in the room, we'll turn it on then. You know what I mean? It's $9. Just get it out of the way. All right. Ryan just got your registration. Welcome. Good. Looks like everyone's here registering. Excellent. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Because I have to log out. I got to hop into another event I'm doing. I got to get back with my traders. No, sir. I found that you on Wealth 365 Summit. You were standout, as well as Peter Salz. You know what? By the way, I'm not going to mention it, but there were a lot of people that were there that were my my students. What happens, what's nice about it is that eventually you're going to learn you're going to see that you're going to find a style that's going to work for you. Okay. And you're going to like, you know what? I did this. I have students that want to trade options. And when I taught them how to trade stocks, they became a 10 times better option trader. You can't trade options without learning how to trade the stock, which is a big, big mistake. Who else I got a registration from here? I just got, who's this? Oh, Joan got yours from Little Rock, Arkansas. All right. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Look forward to teaching you and getting in the trading room. Who else? Did I get everyone here? I'm inspying 600cc. Well, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. All right, fellow traders. All right, just looking at some of the chat here. Listen, no matter how much money you have in your account, you got to start somewhere. Okay. You got to start somewhere, and you got to understand how to play the game. But don't think like, well, I only have X amount of money. How do I know it's really going to work for me? It might. We'll show you how to build up your account, but you got to start somewhere. All right, traders, listen, welcome. I got last chance. I got to go. I want to get back to my traders. Oh, by the way, one last bonus I'm going to throw in there. Got one last bonus for sticking around. If you register right now, like all the students told you, I'm going to talk to you on the phone. That's it. Register now. First 20 people, I'm going to talk to you on the phone. When's the last time you spoke to somebody, a professional like us for $9? Because we need to have that conversation. Got to have that conversation to see if this is for you or not. And there's nobody be better. It's going to explain it than us. All right. Okay, traders, thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoy the presentation. If you're not ready, I get it. Maybe we'll see you next time, even though if you're on vacation, whatever. But you got to remember one thing. You have to learn before you could earn. And if you did register, look forward to talking to all of you. You guys I'm telling you, you think this was great. Wait until you see we trade pre-market. Wait till you see how we trade the open. Wait till we teach you how to swing trade. Wait till we show you how to read the right of the chart. Okay? Where everybody out there is teaching the left. Stop being a lagger and teach you how to be a leader. And how we know that? Because we're market makers. Thanks for listening, everyone. Happy trading. We'll see you all in the trading room. Trade safe.